Well, welcome to another Memphis Monday 89. Today we're going to finish our belt sander table with built-in dust collection. I got it sitting right here as proof we're actually going to finish it. This will be part 2. But we're not going to get anything done unless we do what? Turn to and get to work. And that's all she wrote. And so this is the ramp we're going to use to take our project off that workbench. All built and tested. I've decided to go ahead and put this anti-chatter thumb screw back in there. All I'll do is take this 1/4 inch carriage bolt and feed it up from the bottom, and then on top I'll have this little thumb screw that I can use to keep that board from jumping if it has a tendency to do that. Okay, there you can see the carriage bolt, part of the carriage bolt sticking out of there. I'm just going to get in there with a hammer and pound it in a little. So now the little thumb screw . Okay, I didn't tighten that tensioning screw there. I didn't tighten it. All I did just snug it down where it's flush against this piece of board here. Okay, let's turn it on and see what happens. What I'm doing here is installing this edge banding, just real thin strips of wood that hide the end grain of the plywood. You can use it. You can use it in tables and countertops and whatever. I'm going to put additional trim around here. This is just to hold the. This is just to hide the end grain. Now I've got this nice oak trim here left over from another project. Let's see if we can make this work. Well, our access hole is all framed in. Gives it a nice finished look. And then you can see the concept of the edge banding there. What happens is the edge banding is right here, and then the trim comes right up to it. So the oak wraps around. You just saw me making the trim for our project. Over here on the prototype, you can see that on this trim is 2.5 inches deep. I did that to provide this 1-inch lip. Our project's not going to have that lip. For our project piece, I'm only going to cover up the 2 layers of plywood, and that's 1 inch and 7/8, or 9/16, and it'll go on there just like that. Tell you what, I was fiddling around with this trim and got to looking at this motor. Look how that motor is angled up. It's probably been like that for years, but it's still not right, and we're not going to live with it. It's caused apparently because this piece of plywood is too flexible. I need to replace it with something that's stiffer so I don't get that rock back. Well, I got that motor reinstalled, made a new board. I made it narrower, thicker, stronger. Still looks a little crooked to me, but a lot better than it was. A lot better deal over here too. Another thing I did while I was at it was reinstall that switch and that pigtail. I put strain reliefs up here and strain relief down here, so nothing will come unplugged. All right, let's get back to the original job, which was the installing trim. I'm just nailing the trim on, pretty routine. Tell you what I'll do, I'll just finish gluing this trim on, and then I'll come back when we work on the cabinet front. Tell you what's up, I'm putting the cabinet front on the cabinet, and tell you what we'll do, I'll go ahead and finish putting these pieces of trim on, and then I'll show you what the scam is. Alrighty, I got the trim and the cabinet front on there. Now the scam here is, let me get my level. The scam here is you got to make sure that your cabinet front is all plumb and flush. See, all the walls and everything have to come out even like this. Maybe that's obvious information, but once you get that everything level and plumb, then you can put on doors and shelves and drawers and whatever else you need. First thing I think we'll put in is a drawer right here. Today we're going to explore a new way to make drawers. Over the years we've made drawers a lot of different ways, but what we really learned is that there's an unlimited number of ways to make drawers. And if you don't believe me, just walk around your house and count the number of ways that the drawers in your house have been built. This is one of the sides of the drawer right here. Well, here's our drawer. Let's take it over and see if it fits. Yes, it does. Okay, what we're doing here, I put this little spacer in here. I think it's a 3/16 inch spacer. And I'm marking where I want the drawer slides. Okay, let me mark those and we'll install this bad boy. Let's see if this drawer fits in there. It's a big drawer. Okay, so we got 3 more drawers. We got 3 doors to put on. We got a door here, and then a big door over here. So let's get to it. The doors we're going to use are a similar design to the ones I have on my large workbench here, but even closer related to these, because these are 100% oak, and our project's going to have 100% oak doors. Let's go look at the prototype. Here's a prototype door. Our door on a project today will be very similar to this. It'll be almost an exact copy. Now by rights I should be putting a drawer front on that one drawer we made a few minutes ago. But let me show you why I'm not going to do that. Well, this opening for the shop vac obviously calls for a door, and we need a door here for our access to our motor. And then you'd think maybe we ought to put a drawer front on our drawer here. But the problem is that would make it kind of look weird, because we'd have a door here, and a drawer front here. So what I'm going to do, since these 2 openings are about the same size, I'm going to make 2 doors that are about the same size and make this drawer slide or this drawer pull look like a door. We've done it before on another project. If you've been watching over the last couple of years, you've probably seen us make about 100 of these doors. Well, I got the drawer front on, nice little handle. Now I'm going to put a door up here. It's going to look exactly the same, except it'll be a door. Let's go look at it. Well, here I'm just recessing the hinges. Tell you what, I'll chip this out. And we'll go over there. I'll chip this out and we'll go over there and see if we can get this door installed. A couple more screws here and we'll test drive this thing. You notice that I put the bottom in first so I could stack the next drawer on top of it. Put this in here and then everything's level. Okay, I'm going to take this out, see if this thing closes. Don't look like it closes to me. Well, I got the door fixed. Installing the little handle or the knob. Okay, that's where she is so far. Now we're going to work on that big door. Here's the carcass for the big door. Let's cut the oak plywood to finish her up. Okay, what I'm doing now is lining up the door. First thing, put a cleat in down here at the bottom. That makes it line up with this bottom door. And then got a spacer in here to make these two doors line up. Well, I'm putting a little stain on it, but don't go away, because we are about ready to hook up that ramp and take this heavy motor scooter off this workbench. Okay, we did it in practice, so let's see if we can do it now. It's going to come down off here pretty hard, because there's about a 3-inch drop off, but shouldn't be a problem. Trust me. Okay, let's give her a test drive. Well, there's our belt sander table with built-in dust collection. Got a little access door here for the motor. Nice big drawer here for storage, and this is a big door here for our built-in shop vac. Let's see if this thing will collect any dust. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to reposition it so you can see a close-up on how it collects the dust. Okay, you should be able to see it here, right in that little dark area right there. You should see the dust being sucked in. Well, that'll do it for another Memphis Monday. Memphis Monday 89, building our nice little belt sander table with built-in dust collection. This was part 2. I didn't want to leave anything out, so I made 2 parts. All right, I think we got our money's worth today. Make sure you tweet and Facebook and Twitter and comment and all that stuff. And when you hit the subscribe button, click the bell next to it and click on notifications so that you get notified when I have a new video coming out. All right, so I guess that's it. Nothing else to say. Oh, I remember. Make sure you're back here next week for another exciting Memphis Monday. Thanks for watching.